Picture this. You're standing in the middle of a mine the size of a city. The ground shakes beneath your feet. And then you see it. A machine so massive it makes the haul trucks around it look like toy cars. We're talking about the Komatsu PC-8000, one of the largest hydraulic excavators ever built by human hands. And here's the stat that will stop you cold. This machine burns more diesel in a single hour than a highway truck uses in an entire working day. 1 hour. More fuel than a full day of trucking. How is that even possible? And why would any company on Earth run a machine like this? Stay with us, because the numbers you're about to hear will be hard to believe. Let's start with the basics. And trust me, even the basics are insane. The Komatsu PC-8000 weighs between 750 and 771 tons. To put that in perspective, a fully loaded Boeing 747 weighs around 400 tons. This excavator weighs nearly twice that. Sitting still, on the ground, its arm, the boom and bucket system, can reach out with terrifying precision and scoop up to 42 cubic meters of earth in a single bite. 42 cubic meters. That's enough material to fill more than 25 standard pickup truck beds in one motion. One single motion. And it doesn't stop there. The PC-8000 can load those 400-ton haul trucks, massive vehicles in their own right, in just a few cycles. While other machines are still warming up, this giant is already done with the job. But here's what most people don't realize, and this is where things get really interesting. The heart of this machine beats with two separate engines. Two Komatsu SDA 16V160E. Two engines, each producing 2,010 horsepower. Combined output, over 4,000 horsepower. Let that sink in. A Formula One car produces around 1,000 horsepower. The PC-8000 runs on 4 times that power, just to swing a bucket. Those two engines produce combined 3,000 kilowatts of raw mechanical energy. And all that power has one job: move earth, faster, deeper, harder than anything else on the site. Now here's where the fuel story begins. With 4,000 horsepower working at full load, digging through rock, swinging that massive arm, loading truck after truck, the machine consumes approximately 1,000 liters of diesel per hour. 1,000 liters. Every single hour. Now, let's compare that number to something we all understand, because this is where it gets shocking. A standard 35-ton highway truck, the kind you see every day on a motorway, hauling goods across the country, burns around 30 to 40 liters of diesel per hour. Over a full 10-hour workday, that truck uses between 300 and 400 liters of fuel. That's a full day of work. Hundreds of kilometers. An entire shift on the road. The Komatsu PC-8000 burns that same amount of fuel in less than 30 minutes of heavy digging. Not a day, not a shift, 30 minutes. Think about that ratio. One machine, 1 hour. The fuel equivalent of a truck driving an entire workday. This is not just a matter of size. This is an entirely different category of energy consumption, a different world of engineering. And yet, the companies that run this machine don't blink at the fuel bill. Why? Because what this machine produces in return makes every liter worth it. In open-pit mining, time is everything. Every minute of delay is money lost. Every slow cycle means less ore extracted, less material moved, less profit. That's why the PC-8000 exists, to eliminate wasted time at industrial scale. When this machine is operating at full capacity, it reduces cycle times dramatically. It loads haul trucks faster than any conventional excavator. It keeps the entire operation moving at a pace that smaller machines simply cannot match. And while 1,000 liters of diesel per hour sounds outrageous, it is, honestly, the productivity gains it generates can justify that cost many times over. Companies like Vale and BHP, two of the largest mining corporations in the world, have deployed machines like this in their most demanding operations. Because in a mine processing millions of tons of material per year, having a machine that works faster, digs deeper, and loads more efficiently doesn't just save time. It changes the entire economics of the operation. But running a machine this powerful doesn't come without serious challenges. Imagine what it takes just to keep this machine running. 1,000 liters of diesel per hour means you need a dedicated refueling system running constantly around the machine, not a standard fuel truck that shows up when needed, a fully planned, precisely timed logistical operation. The PC-8000 doesn't stop for fuel. The fuel comes to the PC-8000. Refueling infrastructure for a machine like this includes large-capacity tanker vehicles, precise scheduling across multiple work shifts, and teams of technicians managing the fuel supply chain continuously. And fuel is just part of it. Maintenance on a 771-ton machine requires specialized equipment, trained crews, and significant spare parts inventory, all staged and ready at the mine site. This is not a machine you park in a garage overnight. It operates in multiple shifts. It works in one of the harshest industrial environments on Earth. The mining sites where the PC-8000 operates are essentially small industrial cities built around supporting the machine. That level of infrastructure commitment is what separates serious large-scale mining from everything else. Now, what about the latest version of this monster? The Komatsu PC-8000 has evolved since its original release. The PC-8000-6 was introduced in 2004. It set the standard for hydraulic excavators at this scale and proved the concept worked, fuel cost and all. Then, between 2019 and 2021, Komatsu introduced the PC-8000-11. Same brutal power, same imposing scale, but with significant engineering refinements. The PC-8000-11 can be equipped with Tier 4 final engines, cleaner combustion, reduced emissions, better thermal efficiency. In a machine consuming 1,000 liters per hour, even a modest improvement in thermal efficiency means meaningful reductions in environmental impact and operating cost. Komatsu also improved hydraulic systems, structural durability, and operational reliability in the newer model. Because when you're running a machine worth millions of dollars in one of the most remote and demanding environments on Earth, reliability isn't optional. It's survival. And yet, even with all these improvements, the fundamental numbers remain staggering. This machine still consumes more fuel in an hour than a truck consumes all day. That gap between this machine and conventional equipment tells you everything about the engineering ambition behind it. We can't talk about the Komatsu PC-8000 without acknowledging what 1,000 liters of diesel per hour means beyond the mine gates. The environmental footprint of a machine like this is massive, and is a major point of discussion in the mining industry. Large-scale surface mining operations are already scrutinized for their land use, water consumption, and carbon output. A single PC-8000 running at full capacity for a standard shift contributes a significant volume of CO2 emissions. The Tier 4 final upgrades help, but they don't eliminate the fundamental reality. This machine runs on fossil fuel at an industrial scale. This is why the future of heavy mining equipment is increasingly focused on electrification and alternative energy sources. Komatsu and its competitors are actively exploring electric and hybrid powertrains for machines at this scale. The engineering challenges are enormous. A 770-ton excavator needs extraordinary energy density, but the direction is clear. For now, the PC-8000 stands as both a triumph of engineering and a symbol of the industry's transition moment. Powerful and productive, yet facing pressure to evolve. The machines that follow will need to move the same mountains, with far less environmental cost. That's the challenge the next generation of engineers will face. The Komatsu PC-8000 is more than a machine. It is a statement about what human engineering can achieve when the goal is maximum power, maximum productivity, and zero compromise. 750 tons of steel, 2 engines, over 4,000 horsepower, 42 cubic meters per byte, 1,000 liters of diesel per hour. This is what it looks like when engineers stop thinking about limits and start thinking about what is actually necessary. Not practical, not economical in the conventional sense, but necessary at the scale of moving mountains and extracting the minerals that the modern world depends on. Every smartphone, every electric vehicle battery, every building. Somewhere in the supply chain, machines like this made it possible, and they will continue to redefine what's possible, because the demand for raw materials will only grow. The only question is, how will we power the next generation of giants? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see the biggest machines on Earth, machines that make ordinary engineering look small, subscribe, because we're just getting started.